Okay, let's go. What is good? And welcome to another video. And today, I thought I'd kind of take you through what goes through my head when I'm out skating in the streets. So, not so much a how-to or anything like that. It's more just kind of what goes through my head, what I'm looking for, what kind of things I'm always aware about if I'm like checking out different surfaces, how I deal with them, how I need to react to stuff, all that sort of thing. So it's kind of just a, hopefully, a little help self-guide and kind of what to kind of look for when you're out and about skating, I suppose. So like now I'm always kind of testing the floor. I've actually got some Endless 80 Ultra frames on, which I've not skated for a while. So first of all, I'm just getting used to kind of just moving about on them and just seeing how they feel, making sure the bearings I've got are good. And so now, because I'm on some wet weather, this is really slippy. I'm kind of just doing smaller strides. Well, to be fair, I'm kind of taking hardly any strides just to get through this wet patch, because I'm now coming into a hill. So I'm kind of looking ahead, being like, right, what action do I need to take? So I'm going to carve around, kind of just swoop in. Woo. In that corner, just to make sure I get around safely. So, and now I'm on some nice dry ground. So this is quite self-explanatory. You can just kind of let loose. You see, I went from concrete to carpet then. I was kind of a bit hesitant and making sure I wasn't leaning too far forwards. Just keeping my weight a bit back in case I'm stuck. So, so now I'm in a bit with a load of different surfaces, different like cobbles, brickwork. I'm just kind of testing each one and keeping a few meters ahead of myself. Whew. Beat the car across. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking ahead and making sure I can see what's coming up and just keeping my feet grounded really. And then I can just kind of cruise. But I'm still looking for bits on the floor, like this drain, like that. If there's any, I know, puddles, wet patches, coming up some rough ground here, so I'm going to go forwards. So I don't want to catch on that. And now I can see already this is looking a bit slippy. So I do little soul slides just to kind of test it. But if you don't have that capability, just roll. It's probably the best sort of advice to give. So even now, it's got a little bit darker. It's kind of hard to see what the ground is like ahead of me. So I'm just making sure I'm kind of keeping myself stable, keeping grounded, not making any like, whoa, see? Any like sharp turns. I'm just kind of cruising, and now it's gone really dark. So yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not hitting any kind of curves or lips or anything like that that might be sticking out. And then when I know I've got a good free run, so I'm looking ahead here. I kind of know this brickwork's kind of consistent. You can just have a bit more fun with it. And also got to keep an eye out for traffic. So there's a lot of weight shifting when it comes to like skating different surfaces. You never quite know how it's going to be unless you've skated it a lot. Then you know if you need to lean more forward or more back or something like that. Whereas now, when it's nice and smooth like it is now, you kind of relax a little bit more and kind of trust that nothing's going to trip you up, or if you lean too forward into the skate, you're not going to land on your face. So, but yeah, this is fairly steady right now, but I can already see on the left of me there's some smoother ground. So always on the hunt for that. Just to give myself a bit of an easy ride, to be fair. You don't want to be searching out for those rough bits. And another thing I actually do quite a lot, especially in the UK, so you get a lot of rough roads. I don't know if you can see this bit now, it's quite smooth. Where they've laid like pipes or cables or something in the road. Those bits are usually a bit more smoother and a bit more steady to skate on. So I'm kind of choosing them. And also these white lines, they're always well smooth. So if I'm ever at like a dodgy rough bit, I'm always looking for those smooth white lines, because they are the ones that are going to carry my speed. And I think that's what I'm always looking for, is stuff to keep my speed going and just carry it away from me, you know. So yeah, now a bit of a mixed bag. I've got wet bits, but I can tell from skating, from pushing, I'm not sliding. So I just keep at that. Usually, all good. So again, I'm on some cobbles. So I just pushed a bit too hard then. You can see my right foot slid out. I'm taking smaller little dinky steps. Right now. This is really wet, so I'm going to get ready for a little magic slide. And then I can already see this bit is also wet. So kind of just keeping it safe. Not making any big movements. Just skating straight. I'm hoping this bit down here is nice and dry. But it might not be. But it is. You've got a little channel, so yeah. I can see in the light that there's some wet bits, some smooth bits. So I'm obviously going to choose the drier bits, which I'm hoping is going to last me through here, which it is. Now we're just cruising. We're going to go check out the Christmas tree. Look at that. So we just did a T-stop then, and there's a loose grit. So now I'm just like, right, okay, just be aware. And that might still be kicking about. So now when it comes to stairs, usually I try and get my middle wheels on the edge, or just kind of sidestep like that. Nice and easy. If I'm running up them, I try and catch the edge of the steps every time. So that's another cold one tonight, but this is warming me up beautifully. So yeah, I hope this has been helping a little bit so far. Just always looking for like little gaps to go through, like this one. And I'm always just testing different grounds and seeing what rolls, what doesn't roll. And usually if it doesn't roll, just lean back a bit more, you know. It'll catch you off guard like that. So now this is nice and dry, I can feel comfortable going safe. We've got a row coming up, so gone to forwards, step up that curb because it's a bit slippy. Now just charging through. And again, just looking for these little dry bits. I've got a little gap here. Just kind of cruising through. Just keeping that speed going. Trying to avoid drains if I can. So they might be slippy. You don't want that. So let's go back down this road we were on before. So if you want a thinner path like now, you see I've got tables coming up, so I've got to be wary of people coming out of like these little cafes and stuff, so I'm not going too quick. I'm always ready to stop if I need to. Now I'm going to make a right turn, so I'm looking at the ground around me, looks alright, little gap there, and yeah, I can just cruise through this little street. Look at it, so cool. It's proper old school, and this leads you into the cathedral, which is wet. So I'm just going to take it slow, take it steady, because these old like cobblestones on the floor can get pretty slippy. So I'm back on the smooth. We've got the cathedral right there. So another good tip, usually under trees, if it's wet, they might sometimes be a bit wetter or drier, it all depends. Sometimes you get dry floors, but you'll get the rain dripping off the leaves. And so now, I'm not really sure where I'm going, so slowing myself down a little bit. I'm just going to pick my route, so I'm just going to go left. Not go too fast into that corner, because we're going into another slippy kind of terrain, which is actually quite grippy. Now I see I got wet, so I kind of pushed too hard into that. Got some dips, so I'm always keeping an eye on my weight, and now we've got some really rough floor, so I'm leaning back, but I'm still putting my weight into the floor just to power me through. And now, oh man, I've chosen some bad routes, so some stuff you have to kind of step across. I'm getting ready to do a little magic slide, so I'm thinking ahead. There we go, it's slowed me down just enough to kind of get my speed, and then back onto the dry and smooth through these little gates. Whee. Now I'm back on to the road, where now I've got loads of like potholes and rough ground. There's dry, there's wet. I'm just always 2 steps ahead of myself, and there's a main road coming up, so I'm looking both ways. And I never tend to escape the music, so I like to be able to hear what's around. I like to be able to hear what my skates are doing, if there's anyone shouting, if there's any cars coming. I just like to be focused in, you know. I know some people do enjoy skating with music. I definitely used to do that a lot, and it is cool, man, when you just get into that little vibe, your favourite song on. It is fun. So let's go back up this way, and look at these old school buildings. So cool. Right, so this road's wet and there's a car coming, so I'm going up on the pavement, even though it's rougher floor. I'm taking my chances more on this because I don't want to fall on that wet road with a car coming up behind me, you know. So let's cut through this bit again. Ooh. Sometimes things are a bit like invisible to the eye at night, so you've really got to keep an eye out to what's going on. This little stair ride. So you've already been down this way, so I'm going to go up the hill because I know this area quite well. I know there's some little dodgy bits around here. So when I know there's like really bad slabs that stick up, I'm just kind of raising my toe just a little bit, just so I don't like catch it and go flying forward. So I'm skating uphill now, so I might be out of breath, so I'll get back to you in a sec. Almost there. This has got me out the house again tonight, which has been good. Right, let's go down here actually. So this is probably going to be wet and very dark. It's like a real thin alley. It's just pitch black. but we're going to go for it anyway. Let's see what it's saying. Right. Oh, it's not that dark. We're all good. Just gets dark down here. Oh man. And now this is the dark bit. So I don't know if it's slidey, if it's grippy, what. So I'm just slowing down in case there's anyone at the end. Oh, I'm all good. So now I can just charge forward. And yes, I think the moral of the story of this is just being 2 steps ahead of yourself, knowing when to jump stuff. You want to make that quick decision. So like now with this stuff, I'm like, yeah, I know I've got that. Jumping it, and I think that's what a lot of it is. It's knowing you've got it and you can confidently go into it, you know? Which always helps. It's going to make you a more confident skater. And if you want to push it from time to time, you can. Now we're just going to cruise. Just get used to doing some edge work here. Whee! But also this foot, there's a wet patch, you are going down. I've got the carpet again. So I'll do one more lap. But yeah, I hope this has been a little helpful kind of video. Like I said, it's not really a tutorial, it's more just a kind of help and just what to look for. So this next bit, I'm just going to put the camera behind and hopefully you can see what's coming up in front of me and how I kind of prepare for stuff. So I can see this bit coming up, so I'm going to, oh my god. So you see there when I jumped, there's some real rough ground, which I couldn't see it. So that's a prime example. You've got to kind of just test what's there first. If you can see it, it's all good, but if you can't, it can be a bit dangerous, you know? So I almost face planted then, but we're all good because I was kind of ready for it. Ah, wrong way. I kind of, that doesn't slide. I was kind of ready in the air. I was kind of leant back just that little bit more, you know? So that was a good example. And now the next one is wet leaves. I always try and avoid them at all costs as best I can. If I am rolling across him, I just don't turn that much. I just keep them under your feet and just don't move because they will take you out. This bit's really nice. Warm, scared for the camera. Whee. Let's get up on it. Whee. So yeah, now back. So I'm going to go look at what I tripped on. Because yeah, that almost sent me flying. And I have jumped this before, so I don't know what caught me then. Well, there's nothing there, so I think I must have just jumped weird. I don't know. But yeah, those sort of things you got to look out for really. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to head back to my van now. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.